Hi, I'm Mckenzie Hoogstad, and this is Communications 2600. Are we, as Americans, working too much? Is the 40-hour work week too much for us? Would working less be better? Could working too much lead us to be burnout, overworked, and being too drained at the end of each week to live fulfilled lives? Why society today values rewards no matter the cost. We'll look into social exchange theory and mindfulness and how it affects a person's behavior. I will explain why people use rationality to seek rewards in their daily lives without a second thought. Why working less could improve our overall lives for a better, healthier society. I'm an economics major, and this theory helps us to understand how we seek to gain the most incentives. Let's look into further detail what social exchange theory and mindfulness are, why it's a good comparison on the impact of behavior, what these variables are burdening in people's lives. Defining social exchange theory. We seek to maximize rewards in relationships where we try to minimize costs. Mindfulness, however, is where we behave automatically rather than thoughtfully. To simply put it, we do not think, we just do. Social exchange theory variables are cost versus reward, returns on investments, relationship maintenance, comparison level of alternatives. Society has taught us to discriminate, reject a different perspective, reframe our idealisms, and focus on specific outcomes rather than the process it takes to achieve goals. Next, we will look at what the idea of being overworked entails. Society believes that working more increases the value of life. We are led to think that by working more, we are more compared to the alternative of not working. By spending so much time with coworkers and colleagues, we are likely to improve our communication skills. Being dedicated and direct, we can become more goal-oriented and responsible in the workplace. If employees do these things, we will be rewarded with promotions to satisfaction, success, and monetary gains. However, this comes at a price. Our mental health falls apart, causing anxiety, depression, and burnout. Our physical health plummets. We are at a higher risk for stroke, diabetes, and heart disease due to the stress from our daily lives. These immobilizing jobs guide us to infrequent exercise, causing an imbalance of our lives, where household duties are forgotten, interests are abandoned, and so much, in fact, that our interpersonal relationships are affected. We don't have time to see family or friends, and we miss out on life events. Society has taught us that people who don't work or work less are lazy and unmotivated, and that living a different lifestyle is frowned upon. The public tells us that capitalizing the dollar is more important than the sacrifice of an individual. America is the most overworked country. We can reframe the idea of working less. Let's change this thought. By working less, we can improve life. If we were to work less, we could have more time in our daily lives to regain our mental and physical health, more time to manage hobbies and activities, more freedom to mend those relationships, and employees can use this time to refresh their mindset. This will influence employees to be more productive with less errors, leading to the idea of working smarter, not harder attitude. This also impacts economic growth, where employees can be flexible to adapt to the idea of equality for women to have more time for their families using less vacation time. Being more flexible will lower unemployment rates as people are accepting a better lifestyle for themselves with the idea of wanting to work again. But how do we tell if we are overworked? Elements of burnout can look like exhaustion, poor physical health due to little time for activities and in life outside of work. Employees either adjust to bad attitudes, causing little to no focus, or take on qualities of the hero syndrome. What is it that people look to save the day in situations that may or may not be inconveniencing just to take on the credit of making themselves look better? That's what hero syndrome is. Your next question might be, how can we fix this? And unless society changes, most people don't have the privilege and means to work less. People work so much just to make ends meet. I know so many people working several jobs and countless hours just to help them get by. People work countless hours just to meet the expectations from their jobs, or they're willing to do whatever it takes to get to the top in this little rat race. But what if we change our attitudes? By being more positive in our daily lives, we can choose to make efforts to improve our mental and physical health. By, but what if that's not enough? Changing our perspective may not be enough. Sometimes it takes a complete change in careers or jobs to really reap the benefits of a full life. Oftentimes, people don't understand that we can invest our time and money things we truly care about, not just because we are told to. We can start side gigs based on labors of love to create monetary value. We can actually invest in stocks and trades to help us gain an extra dollar or two. And if all else fails, we can find a lifestyle outside of those 9 to 5 habits. By working less, we can improve our overall mental and physical health along with balancing our behaviors in and outside the workplace. Choosing to adapt a positive mindset and worthy goals, we can achieve the most without wearing ourselves out. Just because society tells us that working more, we achieve more, we can live gratifying lives. Working more isn't necessarily beneficial to our health and mind. Time management is a big factor in potentially managing an overbearing work-life balance. In conclusion, could you benefit from a lighter work week? If your answer is yes, what fat sacrifices would you be willing to make to reach those goals? How would you adapt to a better way of living? Maybe you can apply techniques from the social exchange theory and use mindfulness to develop your own ideas. Thank you.